guys, so I'm going to start over and show you the reflexive verbs one more time. So yesterday I told you guys that reflexive verbs a lot of the time are verbs that have to do with personal hygiene. And the reason for that is because all the reflexive verbs are verbs that show an action that can be done to oneself or for oneself. So clearly if you're doing personal hygiene, things like washing yourself or shaving yourself or combing your hair, all of those things are done to yourself or for yourself. The reason we call them reflexive is because the subject is reflected in the direct object or the indirect object. Either one, so see, we have accusative case and dative case, it can be either function. What you're going to notice is that when it's accusative case, there is no other object in the sentence, and in dative case, when there is another object. So here's accusative case. Whoop, too fast. What is happening? There we go. Here's accusative case. The pronouns are over here. They, of course, take the place of the direct object in the sentence. They have to have that direct object. All of them, except for this third person one, look exactly like your personal pronouns in accusative, so they should be relatively easy to learn because that one is always sich. No matter the gender, third person, and no matter if it's singular or plural, it's going to be sich. Okay, so two examples. You've got ich habe mich geschnitten, I cut myself, or duscht sich, he's taking a shower, he's showering himself. Okay, so lots of the verbs you need. We've got rasiert sich. Er rasiert sich. Und sie schminkt sich. Sie badet sich in der Badewanne. Sie badet sich in der Badewanne. So sich in this case is herself. And remember the guy that was shaving his face or himself? He, of course, would be himself, not herself. So it depends on the gender. When you're translating, just drop it all together because in English we don't use it. Fühlt sich nicht wohl. He doesn't feel well. So those were accusative examples. Here we have some dative ones. First of all, again, they look very similar to accusative in the sense that you have the dative personal pronouns except for that third person, and they're the same in this case as accusative ones. They're just sich in that third person, both singular and plural. Two examples here. Ich putze mir die Zähne and wir waschen uns die Haare. So the reason we have them in dative is because I'm brushing my teeth. My teeth is the direct object already, so that place is taken. But it's still an action done to oneself, so you need to have a reflexive. Or we are washing our hair. Our hair takes the direct object place, so we have to go over into dative case. Okay, oops. Das Kind wäscht sich die Haare. Das Kind wäscht sich die Haare. Der Mann putzt sich die Zähne. Und die Frau putzt sich die Zähne. Even though she doesn't have any. Uh-oh. Okay. Sie rasiert sich die Beine. So, all of the vocab for reflexives is found on your chapter vocabulary. That is the second part of chapter 9. So it's chapter 9, Wortschatz 2. That is the one that has all of the reflexives, and I do want you to start looking at those. Whenever you see these in a dictionary and in your vocab sheet, you're going to see that they're denoted by a sich in the front, and I have some examples over here. It's always going to say sich. The reason is there are always going to be some that are not the same thing if they don't have a reflexive. So you have sich baden, means to bathe oneself or to take a bath. But if you just say wir gehen baden or wir baden, then that means that you're going swimming. It has a different meaning. If you're using these ones down here, all three of these, ausziehen, an, oops, there's a typo there, that's sie anziehen and umziehen. Those mean with the reflexive to undress, to dress, and to change. But if you don't have that reflexive, they mean to move out, to move in, and to move, like to move house. So the meaning is really important, and you have to have those reflexives in there. All right, just so that you guys get some practice in with these, I want you guys to go to page 284. So this is 284. And you're going to practice using these different verbs. So So all of them are given at the front or at the top, and you have the sich in the front. Let me put the date really quick so I don't forget. Okay. What you're going to do each time is you're going to read the sentence. Bist du aufgestanden, Mieke? Der Schulbus kommt in 10 Minuten. Okay, so it's probably a mom talking to this person, Mieke. FYI, I think this is a typo because the German name is actually Maike, just saying. And then this girl is answering, ja, ich. And what makes sense? So mom is trying to get you to get out of the door. Ziehe mich gerade an. So I am getting dressed just now. So first of all, you're going to look to the subject. Okay, you're going to look to the subject in order to choose the correct reflexive pronoun. Now all of these are going to be in accusative case. Okay, so you got to choose the reflexive pronoun based on the subject. And then you're just going to do your usual verb conjugation. So in this case, ansehen is a separable prefix verb, thus the blank in the back for the prefix. And verb second place, conjugated E ending for S1010 for the ich. Okay, so this one is taken care of. There are only a total of 7 of these in here. One is already done for you. Please make sure you have these done. You can do this out of order if you want to. If you want to do this activity first, I want you to flip to page 298 of the same workbook, and we're going to do a quick listening activity.
9-7. Der Schulbus kommt in 20 Minuten. Sven is helping Julia get their 2 boys ready for school. Match what they are telling the boys to the illustrations by writing the numbers 1 through 5 in the appropriate spaces. Nummer 1. Ihr habt ja noch eure Pyjamas an. Zieht euch bitte aus und geht ins Bad. Nummer 2.
Der Schulbus kommt in 20 Minuten. Also badet euch mal ein bisschen schneller.
Nummer 3. So, und jetzt zieht euch mal ganz warm an. Nummer 4.
Jetzt braucht ihr euch nur noch schön zu kämmen.
Nummer 5. Ja, was habt ihr denn da an? Wisst ihr denn nicht, wie kalt es draußen ist? Zieht euch sofort um und kommt zum Frühstück.
Okay, in case you're a little bit confused, the arrows do matter, so pay attention to the arrows. If you need to listen to it again, just go back and rewind and play this part of the video again. Make sure this part is done and the previous page. We will check it on Monday.